Tourism has always been a major part of Florida's legacy, and St. Lucie County is very much part of that tradition. But have you explored all that St. Lucie County has to offer? From professional sporting events to pristine waters and secluded environmental preserves, from marine education centers and museums to diverse cultural festivals, St. Lucie County has something for everyone. So join us as we vacation in our own backyard and send you postcards from home. Hello, and welcome to Postcards from Home, a show that highlights St. Lucie County's natural and cultural treasures. I'm your host, Eric Gill, and each month we take a look at some of St. Lucie County's best-known parks, museums, and nature preserves, as well as highlighting some of our best-kept secrets. Today we'll be puttering around Fairwinds Golf Course. Located just north of the St. Lucie County International Airport, Fairwinds is an award-winning public course that hosts nearly 60,000 rounds of golf each year. This Jim Fazio designed track of rolling fairways, lakes, and well-bunkered greens has 5 sets of tees, playing from 5,000 to 6,800 yards. In addition to the standard 18 holes of golf, Fairwinds offers a putting green, a driving range, and a chipping area to help you warm up your swing. There's also golf professionals here on site that offer lessons for individuals and groups year-round. The site also features a full-service bar and pro shop. So for more, let's go meet Matt Baum, manager here at Fairwinds, who will tell us more about this facility and also how I can improve my golf game. Well, Matt, thanks for taking the time out here to talk to us a little bit about Fairwinds, and you've been with us for about a decade now?
A little over a decade.
Wow.
Yep.
I bet you've seen a lot change. And tell us a little bit about the history of Fairwinds.
Well, Fairwinds Golf Course was opened in 1991. It was built over the old landfill, St. Lucie County landfill site. And what better way to turn an old landfill into a nice, usable, beautiful piece of property?
Sure. I imagine that was an interesting process to watch. You weren't here then, but...
No, unfortunately I missed it, but I grew up in the area.
Okay.
And played the golf course in its early years, so I do remember it was a significant improvement over the old dump here, that's for sure.
Do you remember coming to the dump as a kid too?
I don't remember the dump, but I remember driving by it. I never drove back in here, but...
Now, this is managed by St. Lucie County's Parks and Rec Department and maintained. Yep. What's the difference between a public and a private course?
Well, I think affordability probably is the biggest key. This is a public golf course. It's municipal. It's considered a municipal golf course. So, one of our main goals is to keep the price affordable for the residents in the area. And a private course obviously can be pretty expensive.
Sure.
So.
And you have some tough competition here in St. Lucie County. You've got PGA down the road, and both the cities have golf courses. So how do you balance that, keeping the price down but maintaining your competitiveness?
Well, it's a delicate balancing act, that's for sure. Anytime you have a golf course, you're trying to keep it in great shape, and it does cost us a lot of money to keep the golf course in good shape. But we look at the market constantly. We analyze the prices, and we just try to keep a good competitive price out there, while still trying to make our bills. And I'm sure probably one of your next questions will be, because we're owned by the county, we're actually an enterprise fund, which means we're not supported by the general fund. Tax dollars don't come into the golf course. Actually, what happens is our budget has to be based on our revenue. So we have to keep a good eye on revenue, keep ourselves competitive, price-wise, and try to make sure we make the money so we can pay our bills.
Sure. Now, in addition to hosting individual, you have close to 60,000 rounds of golf here a year?
Pretty close. The golf course here has ranged over the 18, 19-year history between 47,000 and 72,000, and we've averaged in the high 50s.
Okay. But in addition to that, you also host a number of tournaments, community events. I think there's been some state high school playoffs here. And
we've had a lot of events here. We're home to the St. Lucie County Amateur Championship, the St. Lucie County Two-Person Four-Ball Championship, and the St. Lucie County Senior Amateur Championship, which are all getting ready to be hosted the first weekends of October, November, and December. As well as for a number of years, we had the Florida High School State Association Championships, and we currently have a huge junior tournament series that goes on every summer, as well as a number of charity
scrambles. I was going to ask about that, because I know in the summer it seems, a lot of the snowbirds are go away, but you guys still maintain a good business through the summer. I know you run special deals, $1 hot dogs and things like that. So.
Right, we work hard to keep the prices down so that we can be competitive and keep ourselves busy. But in addition to that, obviously we've got a lot of programs going on. We've got some instructional camps and some clinics for both juniors and adults. We've got the tournament series for the kids. We've got a lot of, we promote a lot of charity events on the weekends, scrambles to raise money for different organizations in town. And we just basically try to offer the community as much as we can for as least as we can to stay busy.
Sure. Now, what about, golf's typically thought of a retirees type sport. Now, what do you all do to reach out to some of the younger people to train the next generation of golfers, or at least get them interested in playing?
Right, that's a good question, because I personally, have taken that on as one of my passions, and we have a pretty large junior golf program. Not only do we have clinics every weekend for junior golfers between the ages of 7 and 17, but we offer 1 week long junior camps, 4 camps during the summer for instruction. We offer 7 tournaments throughout the summer for the kids. And we have 2 weeks actually that we take our time and basically volunteer and donate our time in the facility to a program called Hook a Kid on Golf, which is
it's a national program?
It's a national program put on by the National Youth Alliance for Sports, and we actually do 2 one-week sessions, have somewhere between 25 and 30 kids, and we bring them in at no charge to them, provide them with everything they need from top to bottom, instruction, the facility, golf clubs, shirts, hats, books. I mean, you name it, they've got everything they need to get started, and it doesn't cost them anything, and we try to target underprivileged kids from the community that wouldn't have normally had a chance to be introduced to the game of golf.
Sure. That's probably one of the knocks on golf, I think, is that it costs a lot. But what would an average round cost you out here at Fairwind?
Well, right now our rate we're very affordable at $23 in the morning for a non-county or state resident, and the price only drops if you're a county or a state resident from there. And we get up as high as $49 in the winter for a non-county or non-state card resident. And that's our highest. And probably by reading the papers, a lot of golf courses in this area are somewhere between $65 and $100 in the winter when we're busy. So it is expensive, but we do our best to keep the price down without compromising the condition of the golf course.
And the conditions look great. You all have won some awards from Golf Digest and other publications on how well these greens are maintained.
Yeah, probably one of our most famous recognitions was in 2004 when Golf Digest ranked us second only to Pebble Beach in a category where if a public golf course doing 50,000 rounds or more, and we fit into that category obviously, and we had 4.5 stars, second only to Pebble Beach, which is a pretty huge national recognition.
It's tough to live up to that year after year.
It is, and I think people, they saw us reach that mark and they want us to progress beyond it, but the budget is where we're limited.
Sure.
We can only go so far.
Sure, I imagine because expenses have probably gone up, fertilizer
Absolutely.
and everything. And do you all utilize volunteers to help keep the cost down at all? Or?
That's probably one of our biggest strengths, is we have a very large volunteer program. I don't think we here at Fairwinds Golf Course would be able to offer the community or our customers the services that we do without it. We've got close to 50 volunteers on staff that work in various departments around the course, everything from greeting you when you come in at the bag drop and taking your clubs to getting you started at the first tee to answering the phones.
Great.
So we use a lot of volunteers and they do a great job. We're really proud of them.
And is there an opportunity, are you still looking for some, or is there?
There's always a little turnover, absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah, we've got some volunteers that have been here since the course opened,
and
but yet we've got others that just started here just the last few weeks.
Sure. Let's talk about the course itself. You're really, in addition to being on top of a landfill, you're in a unique location because you're right next to the airport.
Right.
Does that cause any distraction at all to people? Or?
I think to some players that are a little bit easily distracted, it does. But honestly, after you've played here a few times, I think you hardly notice it.
Sure.
And if you don't mind, I could lead into a funny thing, is that just last season we actually had a contest to have our 18th hole named. It's probably one of the most popular holes on the Treasure Coast, probably one of the most difficult. It's a Fazio hole, as we are a Fazio golf course, and it's a very unique hole, 90-degree dogleg left through the water, and hopefully we've got some pictures to show you of that. And we had the customers, gave them a chance to name it, and they named it the Spoiler, was the name that was voted on. And spoiler meaning the spoiler on an airplane, but it ruins your round too if you're not careful. So that was a neat name. I think we like that.
Sure. Speaking of spoilers and planes, you also have a unique partnership with the airport with a fly-in program?
That's right. If you are flying into St. Lucie County International Airport, you can radio the tower and let them know that you want to play Fairwinds Golf Course, and they'll direct you down an old runway where you can tie down, and they'll contact us at the golf shop, and we'll send somebody out to pick you up at your plane and bring you in. And you can go out and play golf, enjoy yourself, have a great time. When you're done, enjoy a little something to eat in the restaurant, and then we'll take you back out to your plane and you can fly away.
Nice privilege. Nice little perk location.
Yeah, I think the advantage is a lot of people, a lot of places don't have this without needing to rent a car or catch some type of taxi or bus. I mean, the airport is literally right there. We'll pick you up. We want you to have a good time. And we've had a number of people take advantage of it, and they say they really enjoy it and they'll be back.
Now let's talk too about, you said this opened in '91. What changes has the golf course made over the course of those years, and mainly in recent years?
Probably one of the biggest challenges in the golf business is keeping your golf course long enough these days. With the new technology, with the driver and the golf ball being so long, we're always pressured to keep lengthening the golf course as they do on tour. And so we've added a number of new tee boxes, stretching the golf course back in order to make it longer. Number 10 being probably one of our proudest achievements, because it does make the hole look so beautiful. But in the opposite turn of the coin, we've also felt the need to add some senior tees, a way to go ahead and shorten the golf course for those customers that aren't hitting that golf ball as far as they used to years ago. So we've added a senior tee that's a green tee that caters to a little shorter distance and keeps the course playable for those people.
Okay. And speaking of greens, what the big buzzword today is green technology. And I remember you talking a little bit about some of the things the golf course has done to try to go green and maybe possibly get solar powered golf carts or things like that. Or are you working toward that?
We're working on a lot of initiatives to bring in green things, and I think the DEP, the EPA, they do a pretty good at mandating certain use of chemical and different things, so those things are automatically kind of being put into place. But we're looking into the use of solar power to power our carts, which hasn't become an affordable means yet, but it looks like it's on the verge. It's getting closer and closer, as well as some other things that we can use to help control the flow of our water and the amount of water use. So there's always things, and it surprises you. You didn't even know it's out there, it existed, and tomorrow you come in and you read something new, and we're always looking at everything to see if we can try something new.
Now let's talk too about the wildlife out here, because earlier we were setting up, I've seen blue herons, alligators, all kinds of stuff out here.
Yeah, we've got a ton of stuff. And probably one of the neatest thing is out behind the hole. Hole number 13 is a par 5. And players that come out, they'll notice there's some red stakes out behind the 13th green. Red stake indicating that it's a hazard. But that hazard, not only is it a red stake, but it has a green top. And the green top means that it's an environmentally protected area. And that's where we have an actual scrub jay habitat preserve. So there are some scrub jays, there's a lot of gopher tortoise, a lot of alligators. Of course, we have those pulled out when they become too large, and become threatening. And a lot of beautiful birds, native birds, all the time.
Because you're really close to the Indria savannas, and there's a lot of, you're still surrounded by a lot of natural land. It's not really overly developed right on top of the golf course.
And there's a lot of animals that we don't want that we have, unfortunately. We get some wild hogs in here once in a while that want to root around and cause us a little extra havoc. And some armadillos and possums and whatnot. But for the most part, they are beautiful. And if you can take the time during a round of golf to look around and enjoy it, I think you can really appreciate it.
Matt, speaking of new technologies, one of the things that you all have embraced is the website, the county's website. I know the webmaster's recently redone the Fairwind stuff. There's a hole-by-hole description.
Yeah, it's beautiful
on the website.
If you get a chance, I would definitely go to our website at www.stlucieco.gov/Fairwinds, where the staff of the county has done a great job at putting together a beautiful new website with a lot of pages, a lot of information. Everything you need to know. You can book tee times online, as well as, like you just mentioned, look at our holes hole by hole. See a nice picture of the hole, a digital graphic of the hole with a nice little description and the yardages. I mean, it's a really neat website. We're really proud of it.
And then folks can also, like you said, reserve through tee times through the website, but they can also, you have an 800 number or automated line? Yeah, we've got a 24-hour phone system that you can call that's automated, and that's 772-462-4653. But we still have the personal touch, I mean, we encourage people to use the web for those that are comfortable, that want the ease of getting online and making tee times. Maybe people don't have the web, so they want to be able to make a tee time 24 hours a day over the phone, and they're comfortable with that. But we still want to give you that personal touch too. For people that aren't, familiar with those sources, and they would just want to talk to a person, old-fashioned way, they can always call us. We're always happy to help them at 772-462-1955. And Matt, tell us a little bit, how did you get involved in golf? I mean,
Well,
not just
I don't
a
know if you got
manager.
time for that, Eric.
You're not just a manager, you're a player too, though.
Absolutely. I mean, and that was my dream originally, to be a professional golfer, not a golf professional. And I played quite a bit professionally before I decided that, you know, maybe I needed to go the route of a golf professional, because physically my body wasn't holding up to the demands of striking hundreds of golf balls every day. I've got a little bit of a bad back, but I enjoyed the interaction with the people after my first couple years working here as an assistant. And I did decide, it took me a few years of doing this to realize this is fun. You know, I enjoy meeting new people every day, having conversations with people, trying to help them with their games. And I felt like I had so much history, so much previous experience, that I might as well share that, and help give them, try to pass that on to the next generation that come up.
Well, and I'm one of those that needs some help. So, and I know you've got probably budgets to balance, but maybe one of your assistants can give me some lessons.
Sure, I think we'll send you out with one of my newer assistants, Travis Stolting. I think he can take you out and show you how to let the big dog eat.
Let's do it.
All right.
Thanks, Matt. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to see if I can do as Matt says and let the big dog eat.